I'm going to show you about Pixlr.com, which is an online video editor. And if you don't already have an account, up here in the right corner you can sign up for free. Once you do that process, you can log in. Once you're logged in, you have the option of working with Pixlr Editor or Pixlr Express. Pixlr Express is going to be a simplified version, and Editor, I believe, is going to give us some of the features that Photoshop has that will be useful to us in working with layers to create a web banner, which is what we're going to do in this tutorial. So we're going to launch the Pixlr Editor, not Express, but Pixlr Editor, and we're going to create a new image from scratch rather than opening an image from a URL or the library. So we'll click create a new image, and you get a bunch of different options here in the dialog box. We're going to call this masthead. A masthead or a banner is going to be a pretty similar thing. And over here, when you click on the presets, there is one that is the aspect ratio of a banner, which is 400 by 60 pixels, looks like. And then there's Leaderboard, which is a little bit wider and bigger. So let's try Leaderboard and see what happens there. And you have the option to set the height yourself, but when you pick the preset, the width and height comes in at the size that we want. So Leaderboard or banner would work for us for this purpose. And you can see it creates a long, thin banner like so. And over here you've got your toolbar, and over here this is your artboard, so that white area is where you're going to actually be creating the picture. And over on the right here there are the layers, and layers are wonderful because you can kind of work like you're doing a collage. You can put text in one layer and a background in another layer and other elements in other layers, and that way you can create a reusable image that you're saving and that you can kind of edit and repurpose to your needs. And then there's history down here, which will take you back, kind of like undo, which is fabulous. So this has a lot of features that are familiar to people who've worked in Photoshop. The very first thing I want to do at this point is go up to the little file menu here, and I want to add an image into this picture. So let me just go to open image, and now I'm going to go to my desktop folder, to my downloads folder, because that's where I've downloaded all the things that I want to use for my banner. And I'm going to search by date, because that's one way to do it. So I've got moon logo, and I've got some other things that I've kind of downloaded recently. So I'm going to get the moon logo, and I'm going to go open. And now it's in its own new window. And what I want to do is I want to get this somehow into my masthead. It's on its own layer, so I'm going to either select all, which is Control A, or you can drag the rectangle tool over it, the marquee tool over it. And then I'm going to Control C to copy it. And then I'm going to click onto masthead, and I'm going to go Control V. And now I can see that it's in there and it's a little too big. So I want to go and edit that layer. Let's see if I can adjust that there. Layer 1. Layer 1 is the one that has the moon in it, and background is the background layer. That's the big white background layer. So my moon is too large, and I want to go to edit, free transform, and free transform is going to give me these handles and on the edges of my pictures.